Let me start with something you don't usually hear in audio talk. The real problem isn't volume. It's confidence. The first time you live with the Alpha C10, you realize how often your system made you second-guess what you just heard. This is for the kind of person who values flow. You want stories to move naturally. You don't want to pause, rewind, or mentally fill in missing words. You've reached a point where unclear dialogue doesn't feel like a limitation, it feels like a flaw you're done tolerating. Before you go any further, it's worth checking the current price and availability. Center speakers this well-voiced don't shout for attention, and they don't sit around forever either. You probably noticed the issue in a quiet way. A scene where the music swelled beautifully, effects sounded great, but voices felt oddly small. Or a show where conversations blended together just enough to pull you out of the moment. You adjusted levels, moved speakers, accepted it, but that distraction kept showing up. Once this speaker becomes part of your setup, that uncertainty disappears. Dialogue doesn't fight the mix anymore. It arrives with authority, calm and centered, like it finally has its own foundation. You stop questioning what was said because you simply know. In everyday use, the change is constant. Movies feel smoother because conversations flow without effort. Series become easier to watch for hours because your ears aren't compensating. Even low-volume listening late at night feels satisfying, because clarity doesn't collapse when the sound drops. What really surprises you is how it reshapes everything else. Front speakers feel more relaxed. Effects feel more spacious. The entire soundstage feels organized instead of crowded. That balance is something you don't fully appreciate until it's there. Quick heads up, don't assume availability will stay friendly. Speakers like this tend to disappear quietly once people realize how much they fix. If you're wondering whether a single center channel can really matter this much, here's the surprise: it changes your relationship with sound. You stop listening defensively. You stop anticipating problems. You just enjoy the content. There's a quiet sense of ownership pride here. The finish feels timeless. The sound feels honest. It doesn't demand attention, but it earns trust every time dialogue matters most. Voices sound natural and grounded. Dialogue stays clear in busy scenes. Lower volumes remain intelligible. Long sessions feel less tiring. Your system feels resolved. It's not meant for people who ignore dialogue, and it's not about overpowering your room. This is about precision where it counts. Eventually, the comparison loop fades. You realize you weren't chasing bigger sound, you were chasing certainty. Don't let this become one of those upgrades you keep delaying, then regret every time a line slips past you. If you're ready for dialogue that feels reliable, composed, and quietly transformative, trust that instinct. Check the current price, see what's available, and make the upgrade that fixes the one thing you notice in every single scene.